Hello and welcome back, guys, to the Casting Colosseum. My name is Snake, your play-by-play commentator. With me, as always, is Dynatropia, your color commentator. And on the tournament floor is Alucard, your Hex reporter. And we just saw an exciting matchup between Bosmapar and Nemelex, where Bosmapar went up 2-1, taking him down and continuing his undefeated streak in the Casting Colosseum. And our next matchup is featured TripleZed versus TarquinRex. Let's take a look at TripleZed. He hails from North Carolina. He's 30 years old. He definitely likes playing decks that make people very, very upset. He's been playing TCGs for over 16 years. And fun fact, it's anti-fun and friends with Zared Venomscorn. Let's take a look at the deck that TripleZed is piloting tonight. It is Banana Brawl, and troops in this deck consist of 2 Angel of Dawn, 2 Golden Avenger, 4 Ethereal Caller, 2 Grim Harvester, 4 Emperor's Lackey, 2 Gordazuma, the High Cleric, 2 Blowcap, 1 Shroomshaw, 2 Hapiro Samurai, 4 Spiritbound Spies, and 2 Valiant Escorts. Actions that are in the deck consist of 3 Ilgin's Parade, 4 Kill, a single Martyr, and a Meek. Resource pool is rounded out with 3 Shards of Retribution. He is playing the champion, Madame Anana, with starting health of 19, requires a Blood and Diamond threshold and 3 charge power. Target troop you control gets, when this dies, create a phantom and put it into play.
First of all, Banana Brawl, I love the name. There's a running joke in the community that Madame Anana is Madame Banana because her name is so close to that delicious fruit. So Banana Brawl, love it. The focus of this deck, of course, is to go very wide, put down a lot of troops, and then using Madame Anana's power to put phantoms when a troop dies, you can go just as many phantoms as you possibly can, putting it on Spiritbound Spy, for example, or a Bloat Cap. When a troop dies through the natural course of things, you'll just get another 1/1 right then and there. Another thing that the deck aims to do is double down on Madame Anana's power by using Ethereal Caller to bring troops that have died back as another phantom, so you can repeat the process all over again.
And let's take a look at his opponent. It is TarquinRex. He is from hiding in the outback of Australia. He has 9 years of TCG experience. He is known to play a lot of control decks. And fun fact, he is one of 2 surviving dinosaurs. Let's take a look at the deck that TarquinRex is playing tonight. It is Triumvirate, and the troops in this deck consist of 3 Lord Adam the Powerful, 3 Royal Falconer, 4 Buccaneer, 3 Lord Alexander the Courageous, 3 Lord Benjamin the Wise, 4 Cerulean Mirror Knight. Round out the troops in this deck. As far as actions, he is playing 2 Verdant of the Ancient Kings, 3 Peak, 4 Oracle Song, 2 Counter Magic, and 4 Burn. Rounding out his triple threshold resource pool, he's also playing Shard of Purpose, Shard of Innovation, and Shard of Conquest, all 4 copies of each of those. His champion is Urgnok with 17 starting health and double Ruby threshold. For 2 charges, the target troop gets +1 attack.
So this is really refreshing. Triumvirate is a deck that we haven't really seen all that often. It was originally established in set 1. Let's break down what it wants to do. Triumvirate is a reference to the 3 main minds behind Hex. We have Lord Adam, Lord Alexander, and Lord Benjamin, each referring to people who work on the game. If you can get all 3 of these out on the board at once, you can activate Lord Adam to create the Triumvirate. And so it's a combo deck designed to get this super powerful troop that you then use to attack in for the victory. Everything else in the deck is pretty much designed for that purpose, drawing into these 3, or peeking for them, or using Oracle Song or something along the like, and just stalling until that point.
All right, so let's get ready to go down to the tournament floor where we have TripleZed versus TarquinRex in game number 2 of the Casting Colosseum. Who do you like in this matchup, Dano?
I am pretty excited about the Triumvirate deck. I'm not going to lie. I mean, yes, it's a somewhat unstable deck sometimes, but if you can get the triumvirate out, if you get those perfect draws, your opponent basically needs removal right then, or the game is over.
All right, so we're going to go to game number 1 with TripleZed versus TarquinRex. Looks like TarquinRex has won the draw, so he's going to play, or won the coin toss, going to play first. We're going to take a look at opening hands for both players. Starting hand for TripleZed is double Diamond Shard, Shard of Retribution, Abominate, 2 Emperor's Lackey, and Shroomshaw. On the opposite side for TripleZed, or for TarquinRex, has a Shard of Conquest, which he's going to play. Now he'll have an option between a Ruby and Diamond Threshold, Shard of Innovation, Counter Magic, Burn, Royal Falconer, Buccaneer, and Lord Alexander the Courageous. Draw for TripleZed is a Grim Harvester, will play that Shard of Retribution for a Blood Threshold.
So one thing that TarquinRex is going to have to do is develop his board and be able to protect himself from TripleZed's aggression. TripleZed's deck is a aggro deck. It's going to come screaming as fast as possible and beat TarquinRex in the face.
Draw for TarquinRex is a Sapphire Shard. Will play it at 2 resources. Passes the turn over to TripleZed. Will play a Diamond Shard. Now has single Diamond, single Blood Threshold, and we see an Emperor's Lackey on the board for TripleZed.
And that's what I'm talking about, a 4-4-4-2. That is a lot of pressure at this stage in the game.
We go over to TarquinRex. His draw is a Verdant of the Ancient Kings. Is going to play that Shard of Innovation for a Sapphire Threshold, 2 open resources, double Sapphire, single Ruby Threshold. And we will go back over to TripleZed. His draw is an Ethereal Caller.
So the interesting thing about Emperor's Lackey is that it will get smaller every turn unless you have troops to sacrifice. So it goes back to that combo with Madam Anana once again that I was talking about earlier. As long as TripleZed can have sacrificial troops, though, he will keep those 4/4s.
Go to attack phase. Emperor Lackey swings in for 3 damage. That'll bring TarquinRex down to 14 health. A second Emperor's Lackey is played, and going to pass the turn over to TarquinRex, who draws a burn. And we'll play a Buccaneer, so we'll be able to target one of TripleZed's troop and put it back into his hand. It's going to select the 4/4 Emperor's Lackey.
I like that line because, you know, TarquinRex needs to stall. That's essentially what it comes down to. If TripleZed can force enough damage, TarquinRex is going to be in his back foot the entire rest of the game.
So the Buccaneer does resolve. Emperor's Lackey will go back into TripleZed hand with increased cost of 3 now. And looks like we're going to go back to TripleZed. His draw is Ethereal Caller. So now with 2 in hand, we'll play a Blood Shard at 4 resources. We see a Shroomshaw. He does have the ability to activate Madam Anana's ability on the Shroomshaw, and he does target and activate. And we're going to go to attack phase. This is 2 damage inbound with the Lackey.
It might seem like a risky play. However, at any point in time, you can use Emperor's Lackey ability. It is quick, so he can sacrifice and make it a 4/4 again.
And that's what he's going to do. He's going to sacrifice the Shroomshaw, bring Emperor's Lackey back to its original state of a 4/4, take out the Buccaneer, creates 2 Battle Hoppers and a Phantom on TripleZed's side, and he will pass back over to TarquinRex. His draw is a Diamond Shard. We'll play it. Now has triple Threshold, single Ruby, single Diamond, and double Sapphire.
This is a really big deal, I would say. The Royal Falconer will give you 3 troops for chump blocking. It's pretty helpful. Other lines of play that could be done, you could toss down a Lord Alexander. It gives every troop with higher cost speed. Or if he really wants to get rid of that Lackey, he can use 2 of his burns to get rid of it, although that is a 2-for-1 trade.
So it looks like we're going to go to second main phase. And it looks like TarquinRex is going to just pass the turn over to TripleZed. His draw is a Spirit-Bound Spy.
Interesting. He must want to keep the counter magic up for interrupts.
Spirit-Bound Spy is going to resolve. We go to attack phase. Looks like we're going to see a burn before we go to attack phase. So that's going to make it a 3-1. Looks like TarquinRex is going to try to target it again. So it looks like TripleZed is going to activate Emperor's Lackey, sacrifice a Battle Hopper.
What a great play. The sacrifice effect will revert all damage. It reverts it to its base state. So that second burn will be completely wasted. The Emperor's Lackey doesn't even die.
So Emperor's Lackey does take 2 points of damage, but it is still alive. We go to combat, 5 damage inbound to TarquinRex. This will bring him down to 9 health. And the Emperor's Lackey that was buccaneered before is now back on the board for TripleZed as we swing over to TarquinRex. His draw is a Buccaneer.
Buccaneer gives him some breathing room, so that's still good. But with only 4 resources, he has a difficult choice to make. What does he drop?
Looks like Buccaneer is the answer that TarquinRex wants to respond with. So he's going to select that Emperor's Lackey. No love for that Lackey. It's going to go back into TripleZed hand with a cost of 4. And it looks like that is going to be it for TarquinRex as we go back to TripleZed. His draw is an Angel of Dawn. So a free Angel of Dawn and no way for TarquinRex to counter.
That's just adding insult to injury. Already has a very well-developed board on TripleZed's side. I'm not quite sure what Thelianos is going to do, but he needs to do it fast.
So it looks like TripleZed trying to figure out this best line of play. And that Emperor's Lackey is a 3-3. You can swing in with that. The Phantom and a Spirit-Bound Spy has Abominate in hand as well. We go to attack phase. Just the Lackey and the Phantom coming in. 4 damage if this is going to be received will take TarquinRex down to 5 health.
It's just one more turn if he doesn't do something.
And he does elect to take the damage, goes to 5. Ethereal Collar is played for TripleZed. It's going to bring back, looks like the Shroomshaw as a Phantom. And it will pass the turn over to TarquinRex. His draw. Picks up a peek, will play out a Royal Falconer. Does have now 2 Falcons to block.
When you bring something back with an Ethereal Collar, you do actually keep any buffs that are on it. So that Phantom will create another Phantom when it dies.
We head back over to TripleZed, who draws an Il'jin's Parade. We're going to go to attack phase. We're going to see the Lackey, Double Phantom, Spirit-Bound Spy, Angel of Dawn, Ethereal Collar, all coming in. Just the lone Battle Hopper staying back on defense.
It's pretty overwhelming. TarquinRex is going to need to block just about everything if he wants to try and get one more turn.
This is going to be real rough for TarquinRex. He does assign blockers. He is going to take 3 damage. And it looks like TripleZed is going to sacrifice a Battle Hopper. That's going to make the Emperor's Lackey a 4-4. Angel of Dawn is going to take enough damage to go to the crypt. And the remaining board for TripleZed is a Lackey, 3 Phantoms, Ethereal Collar, and he plays a Grim Harvester, and that's it. TarquinRex wants no more of that. He will toss that matchup. TripleZed goes up 1-0 in the Casting Colosseum game number 2. Let's take a look at reserves for our players. TripleZed playing a single Hopeheart Unicorn, a Deathless Guardian, 2 Frost Wizard, 1 Extinction, 1 Kill, 3 Solitary Exile, 2 Meek, 1 Pride's Fall, and 3 Withering Touch. What cards do you like to reserve for TripleZed?
TripleZed needs answers for the Triumvirate. If TarquinRex gets the Triumvirate out, that will pretty much be the end. Kill is a nice option. I also like Meek. I like quick options. Solitary Exile is nice, but the Triumvirate is one of those, if it comes out, you're done kind of affairs. So Meek, Pride's Fall, Kill, those are where I would be aiming.
And let's take a look at reserves for TarquinRex, playing 3 Stormcall, some extra resources, 3 Ruby Shard, 3 Ruby Pyromancer, 3 Highlands Black Belt, and 3 Gore Feast of Cocktapetal. Stormcall looks like a strong option here. What else do you like in this dino?
Stormcall certainly slows things down. Highland's Black Belt is nice because it could be used as removal. If you can get a Highland's Black Belt through using its Phoenix power, for example, Wings of the Phoenix, you can deal 1 damage to each opposing troop. And that is enough to kill most things on TripleZed's side of the board. So Black Belt's certainly a strong option.
All right, so both players are going to finish up their reserves, and we'll go into game number 2. Dino, do you think we're going to see Triumvirate in game number 2?
I fingers crossed. I want to. I hope so.
I think it would be pretty exciting to see that be accomplished. I'm sure TarquinRex is going to do everything he can to make that happen. Coin toss is going to go down. Of course, TripleZed won game number 1, so TarquinRex will be able to choose the option to play first. We'll take a look at opening hands for both players. Over on TripleZed side is sitting at a lot of resources. Double Blood, Quadruple Diamond Shard, and Valiant Escort. He's going to go ahead and mulligan. We'll see a new hand. It's going to be Triple Blood, a Diamond Shard, Ethereal Collar, and Shroomshaw. Over on TarquinRex side has a Sapphire Shard, Shard of Conquest, Storm Call, a 2 burns, a Gore Feast, and a Buccaneer.
Still too many shards on TripleZed's side of the board, but you got to keep the hands that you're dealt.
Ruby Shard is played for TarquinRex. He'll pass over to TripleZed. His draw is a Diamond Shard, so another resource in hand. We'll play a Diamond Shard, and we'll go back over to TarquinRex.
Now, one thing that TarquinRex might be able to do is use Burn when TripleZed tries to put his champion power on a troop.
So a resource played for TarquinRex passes back over to TripleZed. Will play out a resource and a blow cap on turn 2.
When Bloat Cap dies, it will force TarquinRex to discard a card from his hand. So that should be kept in mind.
TarquinRex draws a shard. Definitely needed that now. Plays a Ruby Shard. Is at 3 resources. And we see a turn 3 Buccaneer. We'll target that blow cap and we'll go back into TripleZed's hand as a 3-cost blow cap. Going to go ahead and activate his champion ability, make that a 3-2 Buccaneer. Turn passes over to TripleZed. We'll play out a Blood Shard, now at 3 resources, double blood, single diamond resource or threshold.
It's kind of a slow start for TripleZed. I think this is pretty advantageous for TarquinRex. If TarquinRex can keep this kind of momentum going, he might just get the triumvirate after all.
TripleZed's going to activate his champion ability on that bloat cap. So that means if the bloat cap is sent to the crypt, that's going to force TarquinRex to discard a card, and it will also create a phantom. As we pass it over to TarquinRex, his draw is a peak.
So there are a couple choices here. He can be aggressive and start swinging in with Buccaneer, or he could go fishing for his combo pieces.
Looks like he's going to play his second Buccaneer. So that bloat cap not receiving any kind of love. It's going to go back into TripleZed's hand as a 4-cost bloat cap. And we go to attack phase. We're going to do 3 damage. That's going to bring TripleZed down to 16 health. TripleZed's draw is a Spirit-Bound Spy. He will play out a Diamond Shard, now at 4 resources. Double Blood, double Diamond Threshold. Spirit-Bound Spy joins the field, as well as a Shroomshaw.
You know, looking at this board, I'm really curious about the choice of Urgnok on TarquinRex's side. You'd almost think that Sir Giles would give you more benefit if you're going human tribal, but I bet you there's a calculated reason behind all this.
Draw for TarquinRex is a Sapphire Shard. Will activate his champion ability to make the second Buccaneer a 3-2. So he has 2 3-2 Buccaneers. Will cast Burn and a second Burn. And the remaining troops on TripleZed's side is a 1-1 Phantom and 2 0-1 Battle Hoppers. Would go to attack phase, 6 damage inbound. If this connects, it would send TripleZed down to 10 health. Looks like the Battle Hoppers will step on the way, take that damage, preventing TripleZed from going to 10.
Wow, I think that play really highlights that TarquinRex is trying to be super aggressive.
Draw for TripleZed is an Ilgen's Parade. He will play this out. Now he has 2/2/2s. We'll play out a resource now at 5. Only one active. He's going to swing in with his Phantom for 1. So this is going to take TarquinRex down to 16. Life totals are now equal. And a peek at the end of TripleZed's turn. We'll see what TarquinRex selects. It's a second Storm Call.
So those Mirthkin are not just normal 2/2s. If they connect, they will buff up every troop on the board with +1/+1.
Ruby Shard is the draw. We'll play it sitting at 5 open resources. No attack. We pass it back over to TripleZed, who draws a kill. Shard of Retribution is played. We'll be able to choose between Blood and Diamond Threshold. Chooses Blood. Now at 5 resources, double Diamond, quadruple Blood. Does have his champion ability as well.
It was a pretty tense moment. Stormcall would be able to exhaust TripleZed's entire field.
And Stormcall is played by TarquinRex. And it looks like TarquinRex has to decide TripleZed has to decide what his options are. And it looks like the blow cap is going to be that option. And he's going to activate his champion ability to put a second champion power onto that blow cap.
That's actually a pretty big deal because it stops TarquinRex from using his Gore Feast. If that hadn't happened, TarquinRex would be able to swing in twice with Rage on his troops, and that could have been pretty big.
Yeah, there's no way for TripleZed to respond to that. He only has 1 open resource, Kill an Ethereal Caller in hand. So a second champion ability activated onto that blow cap. As we pass it over to TarquinRex, his draw is a Cerulean Mirror Knight. Looks like he is going to go for the Gore Feast, and it is now live. So we're going to see 2 combat phases. We're going to swing in with both Buccaneers. These are now 4/2 Buccaneers. Going to block the bloat cap to one of them. So he's going to take 4 damage, go down to 12 health, and 2 Phantoms are now going to be created.
Yeah, going for it anyway. That is pretty gutsy.
Going to our second combat phase. And with 2 Phantoms on the board, he is still going to swing with 1 Buccaneer. And we see the double block. That will take care of the Buccaneer. And both Phantoms will go to the crypt.
Well, he did get some buffs on his Buccaneers. At least it's now a 4/2 instead of a 3/2.
Draw for TripleZed is Extinction and going to play kill. Send that Buccaneer to the crypt with only 1 card remaining in TarquinRex's hand, which is a Storm Call, and no resources to be able to cast it. We go to attack from TripleZed. This is going to be for 5 damage. That'll bring TarquinRex down to 11 health, and we see Ethereal Caller play for TripleZed.
Man, I think the biggest thing there is that they get +2/+2.
And now we see the Ethereal Caller bring back the bloat cap, which means that Phantom, when it dies, will create 2 Phantoms. Draw for TarquinRex is a Shard of Innovation. That is not going to be probably what he's looking for. He does have the ability with Storm Call to save him next turn.
Definitely.
Turn passes back over to TripleZed. His draw is a Diamond Shard, and the TripleZed definitely looking to swing in here. And we go to attack. He's going to swing in. That is a lot of damage. That's 13 damage. And that's it. He's going to take it. TripleZed wins 2-0. TarquinRex didn't even want to play that Storm Call. And a quick win for TripleZed, going 2-0 over TarquinRex. Triumphant was not able to win the day today, Dino. And unfortunately for TarquinRex, was eliminated.
I know it was a little bit disappointing, but fantastic plays on TripleZed's side of the board. You know, at some point you could stall out the game a little bit longer, play that Storm Call, but the writing was on the wall. It was a very large board and it had been well developed.
So it looks like we're going to head down to the tournament floor where Alucard is with our champion of that matchup, TripleZed, going 2-0 over TarquinRex. And we'll hear more about how TripleZed was able to win that matchup.
All right, Snake and Dino. I am here now with TripleZed, the decisive victor of that excellent match, TripleZed versus TarquinRex. Congratulations on that win. I bet it's good to it's a good feeling to kind of keep your record 2-0 now in the Casting Coliseum. No losses to your name. How you doing?
Well, as I told him before the match, it was time to get Tarkin wrecked.
Fair enough, fair enough. And that he did. That he did. What do you think were some of the most critical cards and plays in that match there?
Well, in the first game, the trying to burn out that lackey, was I think a critical misplay. He ended up using up 2 cards, and I think I just threw away some battle hoppers or something. That really swung the game. Gave me a much better position. I kept my stuff alive. He lost some powerful removal cards. I think that was a key play or misplay, so to speak.
Yeah, I think you kind of baited him out there a little bit. You kept playing, especially in game 2. You kept playing that bloat cap. It was pretty interesting to see you keep playing that. Why do you think that kind of play is important for a deck like this that we don't necessarily see a lot of in the current meta?
Well, in the second game, I really didn't have a lot of stuff in my hand, and as the game went along, it was kind of obvious that he didn't either. I didn't know that at the time, but it was just I needed something that I wasn't afraid to throw away that could help me maybe hurt his hand a little bit. And it was a bloat cap or a shroom shaw, right?
Mhm.
I ended up throwing the shroom shaw after he bounced the bloat cap the second time, but that first time it was just, well, I didn't have a 3-drop, might as well, it's either this or the shroom shaw again, and I chose this the first time. Why not choose it the second time?
That's fair enough. All right, and then we do have you coming back for the Casting Coliseum next week. What are you hoping to accomplish for the next matches going forward?
If you're referring to the tournament, I'm really hoping to put something fun together, but maybe something that will catch people a little bit by surprise. Hopefully, make them rage a little.
All right. Well, congratulations on the big win here. You will be taking home a Tectonic Mega Hulk for your efforts.
Actually, can you send that on to TarquinRex?
So you make them rage while they're in the game, but not quite out of the game. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like during the game, I want them flipping tables, but after the game, we're cool.
We're all friends. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm sure he definitely appreciates that. Thanks for joining me here. We're going to send it back up to Snake and Dino now.
All right. Thanks, Alucard, for that great interview with TripleZed, the man who loves to make people rage, defeating his opponent, TarquinRex, 2-0. And we're going to get ready to go into our third and final match of tonight's Casting Coliseum, which is going to pit Bosmapar versus Satalution. This is going to be their second match with one another. Bosmapar did defeat Satalution in their previous outing, and I'm pretty sure that Satalution wants to even the score.